just making a cleaning video. This is something I struggle with, so hopefully watching me doing it will motivate you. Sometimes I have to take ADHD, like I don't like taking ADHD medication, even though I have ADHD, but when I'm home and I need to like clean or do something else that I find incredibly boring, like paperwork, then I have to take my medicine. So, or else my house will literally become out of control. So I'm just cleaning out my fridge. I already did the dishes. I've just been really tired lately, guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Been working overtime at my main job, and then I have a part-time job that I've talked about on here. So, not that that's been super busy lately, but it's, you know, it's consistent and I have to keep up with it and, you know, treat it like a business. So, and also being a mom to a toddler is also exhausting. So, and we didn't move that long ago. Like maybe we moved in. Daisy, what month did we move? I think it was May. Is it May? I want to say May. So we've only been here June. How many months is that? June, July, some of August. So like 3 months. So still trying to get the house settled. I've learned from my old house our first house that we bought, don't buy, I'm just using baby wipes, by the way. Don't buy all your house stuff at once. You want to slowly get used to your house and see what will work, even though it's very tempting, I think, to buy everything. If you can move some of your old stuff, just so you're not like, I feel like that tempts you more to buy everything when you're like, I don't have anything in this house, we just gotta buy stuff. So we moved a lot of our old furniture. Luckily this house has like a similar layout to our apartment that we moved from. So we came from like a three bedroom townhouse. So ew, little cat. So Daisy, do you want more pretzels?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't cleaned out this fridge in a while, so I'm like, I need to clean out my fridge. Like, I've already thrown out, I had like expired watermelon. I'm like, ugh, gross. But yeah, we still need to buy stuff, and we're going to finish the basement eventually, so that's going to be an endeavor. But like yesterday I bought a shower holder, shower holder for bottles and stuff, like shampoo bottles. They're expensive. Like, I went to Target and they're like $40. I went to Big Lots. I found one for $17, but there were ones that were like $40 there too. So we'll see how that goes. All right, and I'm trying to organize because I hate when stuff is just thrown in. And if you have ADHD, you're very visual. If you don't see it, it doesn't exist. And then you forget, and then you go to the store and you wind up buying like 3 of something that you already have.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice. Don't worry, my phone's already cracked, so. Oh, Daisy, did your show stop?
Yeah.
Here. Where's the remote? Oh my god. What do you want to watch? Barbie?
No.
Chip and Potato?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Trash Truck?
No.
Daisy, we're running out of options.
That one.
Little Angel.
What is your?
Daisy, you're eating. She's eating those like flavored pretzels with Chobani yogurt. Daisy's so weird sometimes. I love it. Alright, I'm putting this back. Trying to put like things with like things. Or else I don't remember where I put anything. See if the sour cream's still good. Oh, yes. Ugh. No, I'm gonna throw this away. It's getting a little questionable. I need to use this up, so I'm gonna put this out so I remember. If they don't leave it out, I won't remember. And cleaning off, some of these lids are like, ugh. Parmesan cheese. Blue cheese. We have 2 things of blue cheese. Seriously. I don't think this one's. This one hasn't been opened yet. I'm gonna. I put it back here, kind of hidden away, so we don't open that with one that's already opened. Lunchables, because my daughter's daycare isn't going to provide lunch anymore, so that's great. Just another thing to add to the million pound to-do list. That's okay. We'll figure it out. So I do like her daycare a lot. We moved further away from it, so that stinks. It used to be like 10 minutes, now it's like 30 minutes away. But I really like her teacher, and I like the facility, and she's been there since she was 4 months old, so I didn't want to change that with everything else, but she's getting changed right now from the new house. I just like to, like, when I clean the fridge, just like take out drawer by drawer and see what I have. And then kind of group, like clean out the drawer and then group everything together that's similar. And like I said, I'm very visual, so this is what helps me stay organized. Because if I don't see it, it doesn't exist. And I've heard that about people have ADHD, and I think that's very true. That's how I stay organized at work, is like I need a visual reminder, so I always have my post-it notes. Like, I love using baby wipes since I've had a kid, just to clean. Like, they're awesome. Like, even when she doesn't need baby wipes anymore, I might, when she's fully potty trained, I'm probably still just gonna buy them just because that is really annoying. I don't know how to turn that off. Sorry. It's something I gotta figure out, because it's really annoying when I'm trying to pack my lunch in the morning. I wake my husband up if he's sleeping down here, because the fridge always makes all this noise. Like, I get it, it's supposed to remind you that the fridge is open, but like, who forgets to close the fridge? Like, I really don't need that, like, alarm. So annoying, but like, you can see it's open if you forget to close it. Like, I don't need an alarm, thank you. All her Lunchables in the back. Like, I accidentally bought a bunch. I didn't know my husband had just bought some. So now we have a million of them, but it's okay. They'll get eaten eventually. And the dates. We have like all this cheese and no meat. Let's see if this is still good. I feel like I'm the only one who ever throws anything away in the fridge, and I feel like that's common. Love my husband, but yeah. Why do men never throw away anything? I don't get it. Just put like ketchup over here. I don't know. And yes, we have 2 different mayonnaises because my husband is particular about his mayonnaise. So he won't eat his mayonnaise. Let's see first. Ugh. My husband is he's very brand loyal. So when he likes something, he likes it. I don't know if this is, no, not good anymore. I feel like this is still good. I don't know. One thing that I love doing is like, that I just started doing is buying the local produce here in Lancaster. Like, there's a lot of Amish and Mennonite people who sell really good, like, fresh produce. And I don't think they put all those, like, I don't know, but I don't think they put all those nasty pesticides. Because their stuff is more, like, fresh, you know, they don't have to ship it anywhere. You just buy it at the stand. And they're always, like, really nice whenever I stop to buy something. The only thing is you have to have, a lot of times with them, you have to have cash. I don't typically carry a lot of cash, but yeah. There's like stuff in the crevices. Ugh. So as far as my reselling goes, if you're interested, I did go to a yard sale this morning with Daisy. Just I saw a neighbor was having one. I was like, oh, let's just go walk over there. And so I bought some stuff. Like one thing I just bought for Daisy, but kind of a little annoyed though, because I bought her something for $10, so it was kind of expensive, and it doesn't even have, it looked like it had all the parts, but when I opened it, it was missing the wand. I'm talking to my phone, Daisy. She's like, who are you talking to? I'm talking to myself. I don't know. I get bored easily, so. Anyway, so it didn't even come with the wand piece that it's supposed to have. The bad part about being on my meds is I feel like the dog's also staring at me like, what are you talking about? The bad part is I feel like I move faster, which is good for cleaning and stuff like that, but it's bad in that I'm not as careful. So I didn't really look over the stuff as good as I should have, because if I had, I might have realized like I didn't have it's like one of those book readers where you how do I explain that? It's like a book, and then it's supposed to have this like pencil wand, like Leapfrog has, where like you point to stuff in the book and then it talks, but it doesn't have that part. And then I looked, and it said, I saw this original sticker was only like $12, so I'm like, okay, I basically lost my money on that, because I think we're gonna throw these away. They don't look good. If I would have looked, I would have noticed, like I thought it was more expensive, but not really. And then it doesn't even have all their parts, so that's great. But I'm gonna look online and see if I can buy the wand online if somebody has it. But I bought a couple other things. I bought something to resell that's like a Barbie doctor box, but the bad part with that is I took out the batteries to test everything, and I was like, oh, these batteries seem old. Let me just replace them for whoever's gonna buy it. So I did that. I know not everybody does that, but I want everything like how I would want it if I bought it. So I replaced all the batteries, and in the process, I went too fast opening up the battery part on the stethoscope that's supposed to talk, and I thought it was like dirt or something, so I went to remove it. It was actually part of like the battery connector piece, so now the stethoscope, it sounded like it was dying. Well, now it doesn't make any noise, so that's great. So I still think I'm gonna try to sell it, but I will disclose that in the future, like learning lesson, be more careful with the stuff, like, I mean, that seems pretty obvious, but I don't know. I screwed up, so be careful with, I can be kind of rough when I'm cleaning, so in the future I'm going to be more careful if it's like the battery part that I'm cleaning up of a toy. Because people leave batteries in them like for years and years, and then it gets that like battery rot, and the things fall off easily. So I only spent like 50 cents on it, so I'll probably sell it for like a discounted price because of that. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll sell it for $10. or $12, something like that. Also, I wanted to clean the house because my brother is coming up to visit from North Carolina, and he's bringing his daughters, my nieces, and my sister-in-law. So they're not staying here because we don't have a big house. You know, with this market, it's really hard to buy a decent sized house unless you have like a ton in savings, or you use the profits off of selling your own home, which we didn't do because we'd already spent our profit. I don't know if this is still good or not. Probably not. I'm gonna throw this away. I mean, it looks okay, but it kind of, I always do the smell test. I'm gonna say I'm gonna throw this out. I have like a hard time with throwing away things. I always have. Especially food, because I grew up like, you ate what was on your plate from that generation. Daisy, come downstairs. Hold on. Daisy. I used to really struggle with it when I was more poor, because I was like, I don't know. I grew up, you know, one of 6 kids, so money was always really tight growing up. My dad had his own business, and that came with, I think, its own challenges. It was successful, but I don't think he was always great at some of the financial aspects of running a business. So, but yeah, and that's some of the reason why I got into reselling, is because, like, entrepreneur, how do you say that word? Entrepreneurship, I'm saying that wrong, but it runs in my family. Like, my grandpa, he was a civil engineer, and he built a lot of buildings that still exist in the Philadelphia area today. I gotta go grab her. She's... Daisy, come down here. Why not? Do you want a yogurt? Daisy. Do your leapfrog. Ah! Sorry. As I was saying. Oh my god, these are so good. The little sharp cheddar snacks. Okay, you get rid of the soda. I'm just gonna drink that today to get rid of it. I usually only drink diet soda anymore because my pre-diabetes. But my sister was visiting and they bought that, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I hate when stuff gets like caked on. Now, if I'm really deep cleaning, I'll take out all these like removable drawers and stuff and soak them in the sink and really scrub them with soap and water, but this is like the lazy way to do it. The quick way. I ain't got time for that. I got a toddler. I hope you guys can hear me. My brother used to have a business too. I'm gonna take these off. My one brother used to have his own landscaping business like my dad, but he didn't do good with it because, although he still does landscaping, but he started his business really young and I think he was just like really inexperienced. My dad didn't really help him. So he got into some like financial trouble, which they say, I don't know, like 75%, don't quote me on that, but something higher than 50% of small businesses fail within like the first 2 years. And I think probably some of that comes from not budgeting. These are mashed potatoes from the other day. Still good. But yeah, so he spent a lot of like money up front. You gotta be careful about that. So that's why with reselling, I try to go in low with my inventory, and if I can get free boxes, I'll take free boxes, like even if it's from my neighbors or whoever. Like, try to keep your cost of goods down when you're starting a business, because that can quickly eat up all your profits. So I try to buy stuff like in bulk as far as like shipping goes. Yeah, I don't know. I know that was one of the main reasons why his business wasn't successful. I think it's hard to, depending where you live, like with landscaping is a tough business, and especially in, so I live in Pennsylvania, and you can only really do landscaping like 9 months out of the year because of the climate here. So a lot of landscapers during the winter have to do either file unemployment or like my dad, what he would do is he would like snow plow, get paid to snow plow in the winter, and he usually would get kind of depressed in the winter, to be totally honest, because of, I think because of that reason, because it was hard financially and stressful when you own your own business and it's not doing well. And you got 6 kids to feed, so, and a wife. So, like when we lived out in Arizona, my husband, funny enough, he was never into landscaping or anything like that, but he always did sales. And so what he did was I gotta wash this because it's like, ooh, gross. Oh, this thing comes off. So what he did was he wound up working for a nursery because in Arizona, you know, it's sunshine and beautiful 364 days of the year. How many days are in a year? I don't remember. And he was just a manager, but he like, not that there's anything wrong with just being a manager, but I'm saying he was only a manager and he made a really good living out there, just doing sales. And then when he became a manager of the nursery, because you know you can run that business all year round in that kind of climate, or if you live in like California or maybe some of the southern states. But yeah, you wouldn't think necessarily Arizona would be like a hot spot for nurseries, because most people think of Arizona as just that desert landscape, which it is. But actually a lot of people have grass, and there's a lot of like citrus plants and stuff like that do really well out there because of the climate. So, and there's a lot of people out there that are, it's kind of like known as a retirement state, even though there's a lot of young people too. It's not just old people like some people assume, like me and my husband were. But because there's like a lot of retired people, retirees, there's a lot of people who take up gardening and really take good care of their yard. So it's like the perfect spot for if you want to do landscaping, surprisingly. All right, so yeah, I got this, I think on Amazon, but it works really well for like saving space and functionality. It's like $10 or something. I don't have the brand sticker on anymore, I tell you guys, but I'm sure you can find it if you Google like kind of like a lazy Susan type of design. So I like to put our dips on that. We have more dips than I would like to say that we do, because we get those late night cravings for chips. Not the healthiest, but usually when I'm tired, I get done working 12 hours, which is really, we all know, like more like 13 hours if you're a nurse, because you gotta give a report. So chips and dip is like perfect when I come home and don't feel like cooking after work. And this brand, oh my god, if you haven't tried this brand and it's sold where you live, I don't think we could find it in Arizona, unfortunately. It might just be an East Coast thing, but this, I've tried all their different, I know this isn't sponsored, but I've tried all their different types. None of their dips are not tasty and delicious, like every kind. This is the classic French one, but yeah. We always have one of those in our fridges. At any given time. I just want to take the cardboard off though. And if you're wondering where my husband is, usually he works Saturdays, but actually he is at work, but they're having some kind of like I don't know, like where they're trying to attract more customers, like a promotional event or whatever. We live right near like a nice golf course, so he's over there, like promoting vehicles. So yes, he's still in sales. Like, how old is this? Gross. Am I the only one that's like, what is this? How old is this? Gross. Sometimes my mom watches Daisy sometimes when I have to work on the weekend. And like, she'll put stuff in the fridge that's like almost already going bad. And I'm like, Mom, please don't say that. But she does. She might be worse than me at like having trouble throwing things away. And by the time I ever get around to it, I'm like, what is this? This is disgusting. And I'm throwing it away anyway. But she also cooks a lot for us too. Like, I shouldn't complain. She does help out a lot. That's why I'm glad we moved back home to Pennsylvania, even though me and my husband love Arizona. We love it, but we moved back home to have more help with raising our daughter, so she would know her family better, and that kinds of stuff. I need to use this up. Oh, you know what? It's already gone bad. I feel like once a week you should go through your fridge, but I don't always do that. I used to be really good about it, but lately it hasn't happening as much. I'm gonna use these eggs up first. Well, that's clean. My freezer doesn't really get that dirty, but I need to at least like sort it out here so I know. This I should de-thaw because this chicken's been in there for a while. It's just like a rotisserie chicken I got at Costco that it was like a big, for $5, it's a great deal. They give you so much meat, but it's like too much, so we ate half of it and saved the other half. Froze up. Sometimes when I freeze meat though, like if you freeze it too long, I've noticed it gets too freezer burnt and that's not even good. Like I've noticed that before with ground beef. But I like to freeze meat if I can. I wish we had like a freezer, a meat chest, but we don't have room for that. But We do have at least 2 fridges now that we have a house. There's one in the garage, which definitely comes in handy. That's one of my favorite parts about being a homeowner is having 2 fridges. But it does save you money, like it really does when you like can store more food. Especially my husband, he loves to eat out. And that's expensive, especially with inflation and it adds up quick. So now he always said he didn't have room at the apartment because I would buy a lot of groceries. So he was like, I don't have room for the food I like. Because he's very particular about the brands he likes, the foods he likes. Versus me, I'm like, I get sick of the same food very fast because I think because of my ADHD. Like I don't know how people will eat the same thing every day. I cannot understand that. I'm always like the first person to try out if a brand I like has a seasonal thing or something like that. I get sick of food very quickly. I don't think we need to keep the ice packs in this fridge. So we can move them out to the garage because we hardly use them. So the top drawer, I'm just going to put what we should be using first, which is vegetables and fruit and frozen fruit, to encourage us to do that. I buy a lot of frozen veggies because I don't always have time to go to the store and like buy fresh produce and then it goes bad by the time you actually can use it. So that's what I've learned to do is buy it frozen. And it's still just as good for you because they freeze it when it's like at its peak or whatever. And I'll probably put butter just so we don't buy too much butter, like thinking we don't have any. Alright. I feel like ice cream should also be in the, so we don't, it's not our first choice. Probably will leave these though, just because we have something. That way my husband knows where they are too. So the other things I picked up at the yard sale was like these wooden plates that look kind of folk artish and they look like real wood and like with a pretty like flower design, yellow flower design. They do have a little bit of wear, which I always disclose if there's something wrong with my items I'm selling. So I might price it a little bit lower if there's something like that, some damage, but I don't think the damage is anything that noteworthy. I'm gonna clean them up too. Just looks like they need a good cleaning. And I might just put this on because I'm getting hungry and I don't have time to cook. So I might just make one of these for my lunch. They take a while to cook and I'm not that hungry, but by the time it's My husband got me on these because when we first started dating, he made me. He used to cook a lot when we first started dating. He made me. He trapped me. I just cook them both, that and then you can just like, if I don't eat them both, we'll eat it tomorrow. Baking sheet. Takes like 30 minutes to cook. Sorry if you're going crazy listening to what's on the background. Sorry. But Daisy's obsessed with this kind of stuff, so have to keep Daisy happy. As happy as I can, because she's in those toddler years. Daisy, do you want a corn dog? Daisy? Daisy? Drives me nuts when she doesn't listen. Daisy, do you want mac and cheese or a corn dog? Good idea, like, this is why I clean it out, because I'm seeing duplicates of stuff that I didn't realize you go out and buy stuff you don't really need. Oh, this looks freezer burnt. We'll see if that's still any good. I'm gonna de-thaw that chicken. There's more of it. We should de-thaw one of these bacon so we can have bacon tomorrow. This one looks older. You got a boo-boo?
Yeah.
Where? Oh.
Okay.
No, Daisy, they're not cooked. No, we gotta cook them.
Cool.
Do you want chicken nuggets? Alright, let me cook them. How many chicken nuggets do you want? Like 3?
No.
How many?
Oh, yeah.
3.
No, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Daisy, don't stand on that.
Wait. Okay.
Hold on, I'm cleaning those. Gotta leave it open. Like, cleaning for me is not just cleaning, but also organizing. Cleaning the fridge. Alright, anyways, guys, I better go because she's getting rambunctious. Daisy, do you want some mac and cheese?
Yes.
Your foot?
Yeah. It's fun.
your foot in the fridge, please.
It's back of me.
Yeah, your shoe is.
Does hurt.
It hurts.
I got paperwork.
I know. What the put Band-Aid on.
Yeah.
Near's one. Alright, do you want mac and cheese with your nuggets? Well, what do you want to eat with your nuggets?
No.
Garlic bread?
No. Pink. I want pink.
A what?
Pink.
Grapes?
Yes.
Alright, well if you go sit down, I'll get you a bowl to put grapes in. This needs soup. Another one of those. Where's the grapes? Daisy, how many grapes?
I want a four.
Here, Daisy, here's some grapes. Kind of like frozen meals there, meat in the other drawer. I'm gonna go put this out in the other garage. Nugget. These I like for like my breakfast before work, like something quick and fast. And has some protein. So I'm just gonna put them in here like this. They can be a little bit expensive, like for what they are, but someday I'll get my life together and make breakfast sandwiches so that I don't have to pay dollars for them, but I don't know when I'd have that time. So I'm noticing I don't have any like seafood. I'm gonna put these in the garage because I already have chicken nuggets in there. Alright, I'm gonna go put these away in the garage. See what we have in the garage fridge. Alright, well I hope this helps you organize or clean as an inspiration. See you later, bye guys.